Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Well, a tough start for both of these teams, still searching for their first one of the season as we get going in week 3. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for the rookie out of Penn State. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on first. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Zach Bond with the tackle.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
He's got his man. That's Travis Kelce. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's a give up the middle. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. This one's headed for the sideline, and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Great, set. Nelson.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Great, set.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to him. And they had that one contained right at the line. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line. Great, set.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, a run with Barkley. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
On the play fake, it's Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They are looking at 4th down, however. On 4th down, Hurts. He's got it to his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. Now their opening drive certainly going according to plan, Bronk. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chiefs will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Running this one left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Launches one deep down. Tried connected with Brown, but it's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it up.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Has him on the quick hitter. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Barkley does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. A pretty automatic look for him from the left.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tried connecting with Xavier Worthy there. And things look tougher now with third and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
He has the first over the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Got to figure out this third down here. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Mahomes to throw for it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Finds a seam down the middle. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs take a 4-point lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. On first down, Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 from the 41. Back to throw, Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've got first down from the 31.
Great, set.
Hurts now from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. The Eagles decide to spend their third and final timeout. 2nd and 3 now.
At the 25-yard line.
No touch that. No touch that.
Hurts throwing again. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chiefs take over as he records his 10th career INT.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Back to throw it. He's on the move. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. They connect on the deep shot. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chiefs drive their lead to 11. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Butker on now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Great, set. No touch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Hey, easy, 63, 60. No touch.
Hurts with it on third and short. Escapes the pocket. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Leo Chanel makes the play. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs push their lead to 18.
Eagles 3. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Great, set. Delta.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. The third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That's into the hands of Barkley. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
From the pistol, Hurts. Buying some time right. He takes it himself. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They connect for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
So close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Finds him on the crossing route. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Eagles shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback...
Oh, they got it! Intercepted along the goal line! Rayshawn Jenkins makes the play. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Elliott all set for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
They give it to him again. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He gets 6 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Yellow. Hey, 57, 57, color, 57, color. Right side.
2nd and 10 now. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That play good for 17 and a first down.
17 yards. And a first down, Chiefs.
So we hit the end of the third quarter.
The third quarter of play with the score.
First and 10 from the 41.
Yellow. Right side.
Off play action, it's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Right side.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Fits it through the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
First down, Chiefs.
Fall down these two. Fall down these two. Right side.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Yellow, yellow. Right side.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pass is hauled in by the running back. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives him first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
15. Right side.
Back to him on 2nd and goal. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run.
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Chiefs make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Now we're on the counter. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
With no springing a big play on that one, it's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
This one finds Kelce. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Dumps it off to his running back. And they hit him right after he made that catch. That's going to deny him the first. It's 4th down.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Right, set. Hey!
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And they pick him off again! Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
Chased out to his right. He just throws this one away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
That one vehemently swatted away. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to make the advantage 22.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. First and 10 from the 41.
No touch it. No touch.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Running back sent in motion left.
No touch.
First down throwing for Hurts. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout.
Go Silver, right? No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for the back that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Right. No touch.
Throwing here, Hurts. Ooh, he missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
No touch.
Desperation time here on fourth. Throwing deep for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. Tyreek Hill the touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're
But the
biased.
success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And they face the daunting task of taking on the defending champs at home, but wasn't too much of a challenge for them as they leave here with a